please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, hope you're well, hope you're having a marvellous day today. As you can tell from the thumbnail, the title, the length, we are going to be doing another end of year review. This one on arguably the most successful of the bunch. The one who has several channels, can generate millions of views a day on all of them, and all he has to do that is jiggle his belly. I'm of course speaking of Nikocado Avocado. Owing to his video in 2023 doing quite well, I wanted to spend a bit more time this year going through what he has been up to because I think it deserves that. He deserves that. So I don't want to waste your time too much, we're simply going to dive right in with some of the shorts he released in the first 3 months. Because as many of you will know, I split this up into 3 parts as opposed to individual months. Which will also make a bit more sense in this video because he's not been the most active for the first 3 months of the year. You may have noticed Nikocado was on holiday. On none of his channels do I find a video where he is on holiday or showcases his holiday in the form of a vlog, which does to an extent make some sense. Nikocado has, for many years, followed a very strict structure, so when he goes on holiday he generally doesn't make it a point to cover it in long-form video content, because the long-form video content is usually skits at the start, and lots of anger and aggression, eating, crying, in the form of a mukbang, whatever you want to call it, gorging to self-annihilation. Exhibit A will be the next short. The way he projects his sadness, yes, his reaction reminds me a lot of the Charlie Brown cartoons. He does also, in the format of shorts, show us the prep work that goes into making his signature very brightly coloured dishes. Oh. And I would assume the next short you're about to see would be how he does his research for the next big, brave, bold colour. And of course he has to research how it goes well in a blender. I think, for the first 3 months of the year, that was all you needed in the format of shorts. Over the course of 3 months, he did not release many videos at all. I think it was in total 7. It really wasn't many. There were a fair few shorts, but not many videos. Now, if you get the views he can get on shorts, you can in fact make a bit of a living on it. Nikocado's expenses to maintain his weight, though, means he does need to make content. Some of which I noticed didn't have ads on, which leads me to believe that he might start to be, or may have been, affected by restricted ads and all that nonsense from the yellow check mark. We'll go to the first video first, titled "I'm Still Getting Fat and I Don't Know Why."
It's me. I'm still here. Yes, I'm still breathing. Oh, where have you been? I know it's been quite some time. I have gotten fat, honey, since I've last been here. I've gotten fat. I think people get a real sense of joy when they see me out and about. Let's be real here. Let's be real. I'm always locked up like Rapunzel, okay?
This video is quite interesting to me because it seems to take place over a number of different times. So whereas he's lucid in his car, he then goes and does this in his home. To then go back to the car and hold himself responsible for the fact he's put on more weight again, which happens every year. He'll lose a fair amount, put it back on because his views diminish, his mental health takes a knock, things don't go to plan.
Okay, so, hi. I'm physically not well. I barely slept for 2 days straight, and I haven't eaten for 2 days. The last time I ate was out to eat at a restaurant, and I've been going through some situation, some drama. I'm not okay. I haven't been in drama, not counting Orlin, that's whatever. Beat him with my shoe. I mean, like, serious issues with anyone for years.
So a couple things of note from this. Firstly, the way he structured this video came across as a direct spoof on Amberlynn Reid's. So it's the next day where he had inserted things from multiple different days into one video. Something which Amber does because she's still going through her non-tent era. But he does it well enough that he can get a lot more views. The second, he references drama, firstly with Orlin, but as you can see from these thumbnails, their toxicity is renowned. Consider that foreshadowing. When he mentions other drama he hasn't really been in for years, he's ignoring 2023 with Ethan Klein because he's focusing on Stephanie Sue. That's what he's referencing. He doesn't mention her name, but I covered that in my part 2 Content Constable on Nikocado, because it only happened a month after I put out my very first Content Constable on him. It was quite some time ago. In this video, he makes many admissions that things aren't going to plan at the moment for him. His mental health, his physical health aren't doing so well. He is taking responsibility in that respect, while sprinkling the odd bit of typical Nikocado insanity into it.
And this belly is getting out of control.
Now, I mentioned foreshadowing because guess who's back? Back again. Orlin's back. Time for an all-in special. Yes, I amended and perverted the song. You're welcome.
From the thrift store. Okay. He can't get no zinc or B12, but he gets it from secondhand sources.
As you can see so far, everything is going very well for Nikocado in this respect. He's back with Orlin, as if anyone believed for a moment they'd broken up. No offense intended here, but you two have your own little soap opera bio. I don't believe for a moment this is anything but manufactured for additional clicks. But don't worry, the classics are about to roll out.
But you didn't see times 2 16-piece nuggets? They give you 8 and 8, so you're missing 2 whole bags. So I'm supposed to drive back to get nuggets during rush hour because you feel like it. I didn't ask you to drive back. I'm letting you know that you made an error. The only error I made was marrying you. Marrying you was the only error I made. B! Are you not gonna get the 400 pounds? I'm sorry, I'm not helping with your 400-pound milestone. Shh. Here, mine identifies vegan. Use mine. You're mixing them with the animal one. Ouch!
As you can see, they love each other intensely, and of course, there's more to this. Charade, pantomime, play, performance theatre, you know, the usual that's worthy of any kind of acclaim, success, monries, and noms.
Stop. Is there any reason why you're not using the actual mukbang lights? Orlin doesn't like to. I work for you as a full-time living maid. You don't give me a single day out. I have to wipe you. I have to clean up after you. I have to cook for you. I have to do everything for you. I even have to cut your hair. And I have to cut your hair by your pickle because you can't see your own pickle. He's entitled. You think he grew up in a poor place?
I swear everything about this comes across as a riff on Amberlynn Reid. Her non-tent, the bedbound era. Very well played. Whether it's genuine or not, I really can't tell. I guess what doesn't help is the following. Wait,
they already have mayo. I told you to make them vegan! Does that look vegan to you? Don't spit on me. Look at what he did. He knows I identify as vegan, and he got them with mayo. Then I'll eat it. Then go make, eat these, these chicken nuggets. This is my sandwich. Ooh. But you put the vegan cheese I told you to put on them. Boom! Thank you.
It's okay, guys. It wouldn't be a Nikocado video without one good old-fashioned clart. And of course, you need to see that before we move on to the next video. This one. I'll play it after the clart. You know it's coming. Brace yourselves. It's that time of the month again.
So I'm far away, you can't tell, but my body can tell because the enamel can't ever be restored. Once it's permanently, it's gone for.
It's like your ankles can't be restored. No, they're cankles.
You know, I'm about to punch you.
With those mitts?
It wasn't even a good punch. Can we get them on Misfits Boxing? I kinda wanna see it. Winner gets wings. On to the next video, folks, for more totally safe for work toxicity.
I'm gonna do my Walmart inventory check. Moo! Moo! I keep gaining weight. Ouch!
To an extent, I'm actually somewhat impressed with the creativity he manages to bring forth with the reductio ad absurdum of his jiggles in every single video. And of course, in his more recent videos, he does like to do his Walmart counting, something which you need to experience for a second's high.
Walmart! Official!
Now we should head back to some more toxicity between himself and Orlin, although this time I get the impression Orlin is already in character like a good method actor, while Nikocado tries to set things up.
Don't talk to me like that. I can talk to you however I want. How do you talk to me? The camera. How do you talk to me? It's rolling. Hi, people. Hello. The camera is rolling.
The only thing that's rolling is your rolling over the table.
Excuse me. Ignore him. You are not excused.
Shh. Not that any of it goes right, because he and Orlin can't help but throw crocs at each other.
Orlin, what do you want? Come get your shoe. And take my shoe. Orlin, I'm speaking.
What?
Ouch!
Don't throw anything in this house.
Ah! That's my shoe.
I swear if you paid close enough attention, Nikocado broke character for a second. It's quite funny really, isn't it? It's okay though, guys. There's more of this positive reinforcement you all need to enjoy before we move on to the next video.
Goodbye.
Do not, please! No, eat some fruit! Ouch! Oh, no, eat your
I'm not gonna argue with the hippo.
Orlin, no, come here. Come here right now.
359.8 pounds.
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
Up until the 20th of April 2024, this is the only video released on the Nikocado main channel. It has nearly 2 million views, 68,000 downvotes. The entertainment is presentable. The views are fantastic. But let's face it, while the views are there, nobody's enjoying what you're making, and your return on like to dislike, or the engagement from the likes and the comments considering the views you've got, is actually quite bad as well. You would want for a video that gets 1.8 million views to get a lot more engagement. Credit where it's due though, if in February, when this was released, you were able to generate 1.8 million views, even with all the violence, if you were monetized, you made a fairly sizable amount of money, even if you did blow a fair chunk of it on, well, your red noodles, because you love your red noodles. You also inserted older, dated content of you two doing the nightmare fuel that made up the thumbnails that we spoke about in 2023, none of which I'm going to show, but I will show one clip of the red stuff going on the noodles before we continue.
Okay, so step number 1, you're going to take the butter. Now, this is going to be a little bit difficult to get off, so I just like to use my teeth. Ooh. Now we're going to take our Prego to the pot. And we're going to do the whole thing, people. Fresh mayonnaise. So we're going to take 1 spoonful. Now we're going to take our sour cream. We're going to do 1 spoonful. Now, next we're going to need our ranch seasoning. And next we're going to need some food dye.
It's like looking behind the curtain of a Halloween student meal, in the sense of red food dye implying blood, student meal because you've just got a bunch of ingredients to make your sauce with. If this is the recipe you use for all of them, I am somewhat impressed how you're willing and able to continually put on the same shocked expression time and time again for the same tired, cold, wet recipe you eat every time you have those fat noodles. On to the next video, titled Extra Cheesy McDonald's Mukbang, from the More Nikocado channel. These do, by the way, follow an order of upload. It was just a ball ache because of multiple channels to get the correct order.
Hi, peasants. I've missed you a little bit. I know I don't post much anymore, but we haven't hung out together. I miss some of you. Fat, die, pig.
Many debates would you come into? As many as necessary.
You may have noticed there 3 separate incidents or instances merged into one video. Yes, he is doing a bit of a time loop thing, or a time jump thing. It's quite clever, I think. It's like he's setting up the video and then he's dismantling the video, which makes it quite entertaining for somebody filming entirely in his car.
I'm here in Texas, in the woods. And I'm filming on a cell phone. Hello. Sodi. I'm supposed to be diabetic. Not today, peasants. I literally flew to Texas for a burger. Follow my Patreon.
Now, this video has yet to introduce the McDonald's, and that's because it appears later on. Instead, we go back to the car for quite a while, where Nikocado acknowledges he's not okay.
I am not okay. And every time I come onto YouTube, I always say, I'm not okay. Hi, it's me, I'm not okay. I'm never okay. There's someone watching probably like this man's recording himself. Look at my double chin bounce when I talk really fast. Wow, anemia. Okay. Oh, so I have down here things to help me get through the night. We have an avocado. Greasy beef.
This style of a vlog, where Nikocado develops a fondness for Whataburger, which is why he eats so much of it in this one video, is different to me. I'm used to people going about or doing what Amber does, telling us she's gone out and about and showing us nothing, which might be additionally what Nikocado is doing, spoofing on her poor idea by showing it can be done to a level of success, by simply remaining true to himself, as opposed to continually lying to their audience like Amber does about how amazeballs they have been and how good they've been. He's not trying to be good, he's just being Nikocado. So character and not character, it's hard to tell which is which. We do get to the McDonald's eventually though. I should probably play a clip of that before we get to the final video for this little 3-month segment.
That's not enough cheese. Redo this. I love cheese. Da-dun. We love cheese. Da-dun. Ashley likes cheese. Da-dun. Yes, she do. I love pig. Da-dun. I love pig. Da-dun. We love cheese. Da-dun. Yes, we do.
If you manage to watch that and not feel an iota of sick at the same time, you have a vastly stronger, superior constitution than my own. I almost put my Ben & Jerry's down. Almost. Then I tabbed out, took 5 minutes, and got back to work with my ice cream. The final video released during this time, simply titled McDonald's Mukbang, released on the Nikocado Avocado 2 channel. The funny thing we need to quickly address is that over the course of these videos, the ones that were well received were the ones where he was just doing his usual shtick. The moment All In was introduced, he got so many downvotes. So many. And I think once we've gone through the final video for the month, we should probably have a little talk about that.
Attention all people of the internet. Borland, are you gonna come here and help me with my video?
What do you want from me?
Oh, that's expensive. Right.
It's ready.
It's ready for surgery.
That way. No. Ah! Stop. Ouch, my belly.
I got your food bus, sweetie.
Of course, there is a highlight to this video, because obviously the back and forth is a bit trite at this point, and that is that there is a casualty to all of this F in the comments for the poor defenseless Sonic that was harmed in the making of this video. It did not know any better. It deserved a better life. In the Green Hills, perhaps.
Shh! Look what you get. Just stop it. Ouch! Stop it. Ouch! My slushy! You did that.
We can save it.
You did that.
We can save it.
We can save it.
It was expensive.
Put it back in here. They can't see you, you big lard. Put it in there.
We saved it.
Amber's drink. This video's going down the tubes. It's all your fault.
Fit in the tube.
I love that the moment the drink was damaged, all character was dropped by All-In, so he could save the drink because it cost a lot of money, but once it was safely back into the carton, the container, the drink thingamajiggy doodah what's it thing, yes? I've forgotten the name for it. They went back to it as if there was nothing, nothing had happened, nothing was wrong. So I guess with this segment I should probably finish with a conclusion. Something is clearly going wrong in the background and Nikocado is less active on YouTube. I have not seen on Twitter or any other platform what it is that's made him walk away for as long as he has been to make content as little as he has, but maybe he's learnt from Amber, as he mentions her multiple times, that he doesn't have to make as much content to still get by. With Nikocado travelling as well, part of me thinks that perhaps he's seeking to try and enjoy his life a little bit, away from this online mess that he has. This is going to be a bit of a strange part 2 to this video, although I guess it's only one part considering the length of it, in that Nikocado's main channel has not been active since March, or February, that one, yes. Yet if you go to his social blade, his channel in late July is still pulling in over 100,000 views daily. You may also notice his channel is still growing. Granted, things have slowed up there, but that doesn't mean Nikocado has gone AFK entirely. No, Nikocado has gone elsewhere. For those who don't know, Nikocado has multiple channels. He has Nikocado Avocado, Nikocado Avocado 2, Nikocado Avocado 3, more Nikocado. I think there's a couple others as well, shorts related, although he is uploading shorts to his main, second, third and fourth channel. We are going to focus briefly on the videos. I should also add, much like Amber Lynn, Nikocado is very active on TikTok, where he pulls in millions of viewers for every single upload. Although it is worth adding, at time of recording, again late July, Nikocado Avocado hasn't uploaded a new TikTok since April 21st. Over the past 3 months, so April, May and June, Nikocado Avocado, over his many channels, has uploaded 5 full videos. Now, around this time of the year anyway, June typically, Nikocado vanishes for a time. This has become a bit of a trend with him. However, based on the fact there's been no uploads video-wise to the main channel, one can certainly believe this extended break is not just because burnout or because his weight issues. Although, based on the 5 videos we have, there is much in the way of discussion concerning his weight. What was once, certainly on TikTok in 2022, regarded as quite amusing is now no longer the case. Although to be honest, the fact TikTok took 2 years to catch up with us is quite impressive. Those short videos of him jiggling his body doesn't quite resonate with the YouTube space, something which Nikocado is very much aware of. Although, the fact he has maintained a viewership and relevancy without having to put anywhere near as much effort in speaks volumes about his less is more current approach, less is more anyway, compared to others who put less into more and do sod all at the same time. Hi Amber, I would hire you as my nutritionist, but it turns out I don't want to put on weight. So let's go to the first upload. This video was uploaded to the Nikocado, Avocado, well more, Nikocado channel, simply titled Bye, released on the 30th of April 2024.
I am just gonna tell you right off the bat, I'm on the edge of a breakdown. Like, most likely by the end of this video, or halfway through, I'm gonna be flipping out.
With Nicocado's remarks early on in this video, there is some merit to it. It certainly falls in line with the fact that he hasn't uploaded to his TikTok since the end of April, and the upload date of this video falls in line with that. No, we are not celebrating it, we are wondering how it took this long. Although at the same time, it does happen once a year with Nikocado, and he's still yet to find a way beyond it, beyond taking extended leave from the internet. Although it can be argued that one of the main causes of his problems is what he does on the internet.
It's one of those moments in life where you know that you're on the edge. You know that you really want to, and you know you shouldn't. And I'm like, well, half the film, it's honestly a lot to do with you. My life was going great, so I decided to do this.
Considering the size of your audience on all of your channels is entirely because of what you present, I'm not entirely sure blaming them is the right way of approaching this. It doesn't really solve the problem, does it?
YouTube life. If only you knew half of it. The half of it, you guys see the surface. It's so superficial.
No offense intended, Nikocado, but the majority of your audience know that. I've been saying it in these end-of-year reviews for years. I said it in the Content Constables, in fact. Nothing about you is real until you bothered to drop the character. When you drop the character, you're more interesting. However, you don't get the views when you drop the character. People like the eccentric. The problem you have is you're not Beard Meats Food, wolfing down vast amounts of food and then burning it off over a number of days before doing it again. No, you do multiple and you don't do anything to help yourself. Your mental health is tied into that validation and the character. Maybe a dimensional merge that Chris Chan predicted has some truth to it at this point. Or maybe it's a metaphor for character, art and life.
I wish I could go back in time. I wish I would never have done YouTube. I wish I would have never decided that this would be a fun way to make a living, that this would be a fun way to have a life, this would be a fun way to provide for my family.
If I could go back in time, I would wish you'd never had done OnlyFans, only because 3 of you gits who watch these videos DM'd me his Canyon crack. I really wish you hadn't done that. My eyes cannot unsee what I saw. I should say that this is the case for many creators who live by or as a character, and when they separate from the online to be themselves offline, they struggle. It is not the easiest. I think of YouTube as the greatest reward and honor for putting in any concerted effort. In your case, you don't have to try as hard anymore. You really don't. To provide for your family, you do not have to do as much as you used to. That's a good thing, right?
I am not happy.
I'm not the only person that thinks this. That is not an appropriate segue. And you didn't segue anyway. I think you put that in there so you can make a thumbnail. Problem is, it made no sodding sense. Although it is a great way of aptly showcasing just how depressing it is, using a CPAP to drive up interest in your content. In this video there is a mukbang, there's more depressive talk. You do acknowledge that being on YouTube is also an honor, but I should probably play a couple clips from the mukbang anyway, before we go to your second video.
Now these, is a hugest slices, but you're supposed to fold it like, which again they didn't do. They can't follow instructions. Ugh, God, whatever. So you fold it like this. It's huge. I don't like this! I don't like this! I don't like this!
You know, I don't think I've seen a single mukbang on his channel where he's ever disliked the food he is eating. Although that term, I do not like this, is actually double-meaninged. He'll explain now, and yes, this comment was for fair use.
And I don't like this. I don't like this channel. I don't like what I'm doing with my life. I had goals, I had dreams, and I threw it all away to eat food. And the irony is I've barely made any money for the past 2-3 years. And this stupid stubbornness of me. Oh, it's because I'm a tourist. Oh, it's because I'm competitive. Oh, it's because I don't like change. Oh, it's because I'm stubborn. Are you surprised? Look at my content. And I knew if I would have done something more age appropriate or more whatever, friendly.
Based on how much has been spent to buy the food to do those mukbangs in the first place, I can believe he makes very little money, but based on the viewership he gets at certain times of the year, especially like Christmas, unless he's not making any content, he was getting a fair whack of money. Nikocado has a track record of not taking advantage of those moments, but he has done before. If at this point in his career he hasn't put any away, I'm impressed and disappointed. Now, I should insert a disclaimer that while Nikocado is not as active on any of his channels, I did notice that he's been very active on All-Ins for the past 3 months. They've uploaded together, between them, about 10 mukbangs on that channel. I'm not entirely sure why he felt the need to do a fresh start with All-In as the face, but that was a thing, and we'll get to some of that later. Instead, we're going to go to How Much I Weigh Now, released 20 days after this video titled Buy. This one was released also on the More Nikocado Avocado channel.
I'm going on a little trip for my birthday, so I'm turning 32 on Sunday.
Hold up, you're only 32? That's like at the least 12 to 15 pounds for every year of your life. I'm uncertain as to whether or not this is a good thing or a flex.
Bye.
You keep saying that I'm gaining weight. I've lost so much weight, boo-boo. I've actually lost weight, boo-boo. So I'm going to prove it to you, okay? Which is why I have my scale. I'm calling corporate. I am king. I'm getting fat and I don't know why. I don't have a fupa. It's a hernia. Let's wake her up.
Hello. It's ready.
Hurry up with your lies, lady. Hurry up with your lies.
153.
I think not. I think not. You are a liar. I was 352 last week.
What's amusing to me is I wasn't entirely inaccurate with my guess of how many pounds for every year of life. Was I now? I should point out the first, let's say 40 plus minutes of that video is Nikocado sat in a room eating McDonald's. I do think that he needs to, if this is legitimate and he is struggling, he needs to actually walk away entirely from the internet. The problem with that is Nikocado can't. Even though he doesn't need to do much to get views, he is still a slave for views. Not only for validation, but also because of where he gets his income from, that he claims to have very little of. On to video number 3. Video number 3, called I Quit My Weight Loss Journey, is on the Nikocado Avocado 2 channel, released on the 11th of May. So it was actually before this video. I got the timing slightly off. But we'll go to it anyway and see what Nikocado has to say about his weight loss journey.
I was not looking forward to coming on here and saying this. I have been trying to avoid saying what I'm about to say. I'm not looking forward to this video, but I need to come clean right now on camera. I need to just take a big deep breath and just come out with it, okay? I'm really nervous about this video and I really need to come clean, and I just need to put my best foot forward and just say what I gotta say. Because a lot of people have been asking, there's been a lot of speculation. I have accepted that I'm fat.
I did cut out about 5 minutes of bump where he talks about the fact that people have championed him over the past few years when he has lost a bit of weight. And it has been quite noticeable because he's not been able to keep the weight off. He has conceded he's done nothing. However, because it's hard to take Nikocado seriously, it can be seen as him yet again parodying Amberlynn Reid. except he's yet to do the Ozempic cheat code thing. And in the context of weight loss for these two, yes, it's a cheat code.
I can't believe I'm making this video. Is this a parallel universe? Because look at my face. Look how much it's cleared up. Look at my face. Look at my cheese mites rash. It's gone. I can't believe I'm making this video. And then I started crying. I said, Orla, I just want to ramen. I just need ramen. Going strong for 7 whole days. 7 whole days. 7 whole days. No carbs, no sugar. And I'm just about to crash and burn. Look, there's like no progress. But actually, if I kind of suck it in, I don't look that bad.
Has anyone made a cycle chart like they did for Amber Lynn and Foodie Beauty for Nikocado instead? His cycle seems to be getting a bit more desperate. But again, over the years, because of the character he's portrayed, it's so hard to tell when he is being sincere. At the same time, he does look different. He may downplay it, but he does look a little bit improved again. Even if the following clip is him undoing it?
Nick, you didn't even start eating yet. Take a chill pill. Okay.
On May the 26th, on the Nikocado Avocado 3 YouTube channel, he uploaded a video titled My Weight Loss Before and After ... mukbang.
The last time I did this recipe was literally like 2 years ago. Do you guys remember? It was August of 2022. It's now May of 2024, so a lot has changed. I look a little different, can't you tell? I mean, you can kind of tell, I guess, mostly on my face. Yeah, so as y'all know, I lost 89 pounds, 89 lbs, but that was like in 2022. And then I gained half of it back, then I lost a little, then I gained a little, then I lost a little, then I gained a little. But overall, for the past all of 2023 and basically all of 2024, I have plateaued.
An observation I have made with those who go on weight loss journeys is that it is a fight. One where you rise, you fall, you rise, you fall. It is the willingness to continue getting up that determines the kind of strength of your character. If Nikocado openly discusses this and continues to get up, he'll win, if he's being serious. Plateauing isn't a bad thing. It means you're stabilizing. You need to stabilize for a time before you continue to press. If all you do is go straight down, you will come up just as quickly. It is about commitment to change, not a diet.
I clearly have cognitive dissonance. I'm like, oh, I love being fat, but maybe I shouldn't. It's honestly my breathing, and I'm so sick of people talking about it too. Like, why is he still fat? Why, like, who can? I wish I'd never told anyone I was trying to lose a little bit of weight and cut back on the mukbangs, because people hold that against me. Like, well, you should be skinny now. What do you mean I should be skinny? I want to show me 20 people who have managed to lose 250 pounds. Do it. It's very hard to find that. That's too much weight. It's not happening. And I think 50 pounds down is better than no pounds, and I'm happy where I'm at. Thanks.
The rest of this video is mostly a greatest hits compilation of eating and farting, or in one instance, sharting, which is not a joke. He admits to it. Not going to play it. I don't want to get demonetized. YouTube are quite sensitive to things like that. So the video to me is not worth continuing with. It's a greatest hits thing, right? There's nothing fresh about it. Even the farts. Now, in the context of what he's released, believe it or not, those were the only 4. There was a 5th video, but I only realized a moment ago it came from July. So we're going to go and quickly look at the All In YouTube channel. It's called All In Home, and as you see from the screenshots, the videos don't get massive views, even with Nikocado in them, but Nikocado is in these videos. And I thought perhaps it would be a good idea to have a look at one of their videos together, just to see how healthy their relationship is in 2024.
It's me. Oh, look who's here.
By the way, you left your little plug in the bathroom.
Did she say anything? Oh no. So our maid was here, and I had a plug of one of those air freshener plugs, right, Orlin? Right, Orlin? Air freshener.
It freshens up the hole.
Is it me, or does this look a bit healthier? Do you think maybe if Nikocado gets less views, he reverts back to a more natural state of humanity? This is interesting. Also, they seem to be getting on, which is, again, another one of those weird little things, considering their videos together usually centre around slapping each other or throwing crocs at each other.
Do you want me to starve tonight in this house?
You're very far away from starvation. You could probably last 40 days and 40 nights.
You spat in my eye and it stung. You literally spat Taki's dust in my eyeballs.
That's what Amber wants to do to you.
Is it weird? I'm really enjoying every single time they dunk on Amber. Like, I'm not even joking. Dunking on Amber, coming from Nikocado, might be one of my favourite things in the whole wide world.
No, what I'm gonna take, I'll just put the red ones in the front because we're trying to be presentable. Oh, someone commented they'd love.
Hey, you need to go to fat camp.
You mean he needs to go fat, not me. I'm skinny. I'm skinny.
You have more of a...
Excuse me. Let's talk about...
fupa.
Let's talk about that first. Who has a bigger fupa?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Then him?
Yeah, you have a bigger fupa.
You need to rewatch the video with your eyes open. That was the irony. See, I was really nice in that video. I could have really gone in on him. I tried to be nice because...
It's okay, guys. Don't worry. I found the part where this niceness that makes us all very uncomfortable, along with Nicocado's general character, goes out the window. Give it a second.
I'm doing my thing.
Oh, you want me... What is wrong with you?
Well, stop touching my food.
What is wrong with you? You got it all over my clothes, all over the floor. Ow! Ouch!
Well, stop touching
Look at what he did.
Those next, I swear. No! Stop! There's food here. Stop! Stop! There's food. Stop! Stop!
Because I've seen this happen far too many times, that looks like a rerun. I don't mind reruns, but, I mean, could you do a little uppercut or a hook with those crocs? Get a bit creative? No, I'm not promoting DV, don't try me. This pantomime is exactly that. It was inevitable in one of their videos this would in fact happen. To summarise this part, I'm not entirely sure what to say, because I don't know what is real and what is not. He has been replaying older clips in some of his videos. He's barely uploaded at all. He's been more present on All-In's channel, where he's getting nowhere near the level of traction, but he's getting a lot of residual views on all his content, citing a weight loss journey we know very little about as reason for this change. If he's definitively attempting to make genuine change to his future, I want him to succeed, of course I do, and I'd like him to keep trolling Amber because it's hilarious. This is the final part to Nikocado Avocado's video, and I recorded all the other parts, you can tell from the terrible audio in all of it, well, over the year, right? Well, Nikocado Avocado has completely undone everything in the most amusing way possible. I made a video talking about this, and I'm going to play it before we insert what else he's been up to following his successful return to YouTube, and boy did he play us well. Doffs, fedora, hat, whatever it is you wear on top of your head, perhaps your hair, in the direction of Avocado, Mr. Nikocado, because this one is a long-term play, an impressive one at that. Nikocado looks like a third of the person he once was, so let's take a look at that.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping.
Do forgive my skepticism here. I fully support anyone that has managed to successfully go on a weight loss journey. The fact it's been done in quiet, secret even, is quite impressive. It does raise questions about collaborations you've done in the past with like Oompaville, but that's a separate query entirely. To make it seem like you're a mastermind when I hold this skepticism trademark in my hand does have me wonder if perhaps you're less a mastermind and more wealthy enough to gain access to various surgeries and treatments. The kind that Amber failed on twice, or is it 3 times now?
To observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories. ideas. Rivalries where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence.
Your monologue feels like it belongs in V for Vendetta. That's not necessarily a bad thing. There are points to social experiments. One that comes at the cost of another person's health or your own is an interesting choice, if true. I would have just been happy if you came back magnanimous and said, "Bosh, weight gone. Amber, my nutritionist, your turn, bitch."
Thirsty for a distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time.
Somewhat ironic from somebody who apparently masterminded the destruction of their own body for views and money, all the while testing other people to see what they're really made of. I'm really hoping this is all just one big joke and you go back to saying some dumb crap like you usually do. I may have to skip ahead a little just so we can find the part without the panda head.
So I am the villain, because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me, year after year after year, for as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain.
Anyone else getting Bane vibes, like Dark Knight Rises Bane? No one cared about me until I put the mask on, right? That territory. It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting enough that when you look at the like to dislike on this video, 1.6 million upvotes. I don't think Nikocado's seen this many upvotes in a long time. I am somewhat impressed, I will admit. I skipped ahead a minute to get rid of the monologue. I'm sorry, I couldn't handle any more, and I knew there was some happiness in here. The burb is back. Different burb, but a burb nonetheless. We like burbs. Let's now go through this video from the part where he's happier to discuss what he's been up to for the past 7 months of inactivity on his YouTube channels. Although, spoilers, it could well be a lot longer.
You missed me so much, I know. It was 8 years separate. Or longer. I know. How many years was it? How many years? Tell me. How many years were we separate for? Too many, yeah. I know, my baby. I had no choice. I had no choice. But Daddy's back. We're back home. Shibby-do. We're home. Hello. We're back home. Shibby-do. And I'm back here with all of you.
Is this the same bird from 8 years ago? I'm not a historian, internet one especially, because arguably an internet historian has a more legitimate degree than someone with an actual history degree. If you know who you are, get wrecked. Jokes aside, it's interesting to see this more docile version of Nikocado. How long it lasts, I've no idea, because, let's face it, for the past 8 years we've seen an absolute nutter on the screens. I'm going to skip ahead a little, so we can get to perhaps the explanation for what has happened and why it happened.
I just took off the fat suit, went whoosh.
Yeah, I just took it off, and here I am.
What's that, Noodle? What's that? Oh, so you get a taste test before I do. This is like kind of not fair.
I'm not going to deny there is something very wholesome about sharing your meal with your pet, provided they're able to have it. Just to be clear, I'm not familiar with these noodles or what's on it. Really not going to judge either.
Mr. Noodle can't taste spice. They don't have the receptors for it, and actually, spicy pepper is really good for their immune system, so the vet and people, they always recommend to give.
I find it quite wholesome, not going to criticize. I'm also inserting this because fair use is a thing. I've got to be careful on that part. Now, Nikocado uploaded on the same day 2 videos, one to his main channel, which was that, and another simply titled Hi, to Nikocado Avocado 2. As the majority of this video, having watched through it, is him doing a mukbang of spicy black bean sauce noodles, and he doesn't really offer much in a way of an explanation for why he's been away, or what he's been doing, and other such explanations that might well be handy, we're going to go to the other video to try and find out what's been going on. I should insert, there had been a lot of speculation concerning whether or not any of this was real or whether these videos were old, as in filmed before he put on the weight. On Nicocado's Instagram, he had posted a picture or a video of an iPhone. Now, Alex's Shook had noticed that is a more recent model, therefore the videos can't be 8 years old. That phone undoes it. It could well be filtered. Some believe that Nikocado may well have gone down the Ozempic route and had multiple surgeries, which is why there is a lot of sus on this, because the amount of weight shifted, there had to be some surgery somewhere to remove excess skin. There is such thing as laser removal to hide scarring. It is possible, and surgery has improved massively over the years to limit the visible damage done to one's body when it is removed. This suspicion is not going to go anywhere, because if Nikocado has played the game he is going to tell you he's played, he has played a game where he has won the internet, he has annihilated the internet, and he has also proven those who cannot lose the weight wrong in every sense of the words, because they have failed every time. Yet he managed to disappear, do it, and come back. Whether he sustains it is a completely separate problem, and of course the sus will always exist, unless, for example, he showed the entire journey as some kind of montage, which would, much like his videos at present, go straight up to the top of trending. His videos were on trending when I found them.
Welcome to Nikocado 2. This is my second channel, and I hope you consider subscribing, because I don't even know if people like me or if they want to hear from me. I haven't made a video for like 2 years, and this is where I'm posting now on this channel, so...
2 years. Nikocado Avocado has been gone, technically then, according to him, allegedly for 2 whole years. Now this year, when I've been making my end of year review segments, I'd noticed, acknowledged a complete lacking in content. This could well be because he had made a boatload of videos before he vanished, because it was so formulaic and got the views regardless, all the outrage, the outbursts, the crying, the slapping, the standard stuff he put out. It is always possible he uploaded so many videos or had so many ready that when he got to 2024, he was still in the middle of his weight loss journey. Whether it be a proper weight loss journey or the cheat code version, I don't know, doesn't matter, and he may not have been ready to come back to YouTube fully yet. Although it could also be a V for Vendetta thing of, this is all me playing you, I have trump card, take that bitches.
Hey, Mr. Noodle. Yeah, hey. Hey, I have to go first. We are having spicy cheesy noodles. These are made with Takis habanero, and you can kind of see it in there, as well as paprika, and it's a ton of cheese. A ton of cheese.
I am curious, if we are to believe that this is legit, and I do believe to an extent that this is real. At this point the Matrix could well be real too, though. Honestly, the amount of times I have been mind-quadded is ridiculous. Do you think that Nikocado does a calorie deficit day, where he'll eat these mukbangs, several thousand calorie meals, and then he'll go much lighter the next day and work out a lot more to ensure that he isn't putting weight back on? Or do you think this grand reset will just lead to him going back up again? I'm curious what you all think on that one, because it does make my mind think a little, and I'm sure it does for many who've looked and gone, hang on a second, Meg's done end-of-year reviews on this guy, and all would appear to not be what it seems, nor has it been for 2 sodding years.
I love cheese. Da-dun. I love cheese. Da-dun. We love cheese. Da-dun. Yes, we do. Oh my god. And I'm gonna eat all this.
It's good to know that in a world of absolute confusion, some things do not change. And with you, there is a lot of confusion from us. I am impressed.
I know. They're so long and pulley. Cheers, everyone, to a new era.
Even skinny, and in your new era, I assume it'll be better than Amber Lynn's non-tent era. The mouth noises are quite, well, they're not for me, okay? I'm not an ASMR guy. Let's continue. Dear God.
And I'm back. I stood up to put Noodle back, and you know when you're like at a party and you've been having something to drink, then you've had like a second and maybe a third, and you're feeling good, and you're like, oh, I'm fine, I'm totally good, totally fine, oh, I'm great, normal. And then you have someone's walking around with more drinks, you have another drink, you might get up to get a third drink, or someone might pass you one, but for the most part, you're just plopped down on that couch. You're just in one spot.
I believe contentment is what we typically call that.
And that's where I was at this party. I was just in one spot, one location. I didn't even get my own drinks. They were being handed to me. And then for the first time, after sitting on that couch for God knows how long, you get up and you stand up for the first time. And you've had like 4 or 5. You've lost count, actually. And you stand up and you're like, wow.
Oh, you're referring to whiskey legs. So we go from contentment because you're sat there, you're not moving, to getting whiskey legs because you've not moved and a fair amount of alcohol has gone straight to them. It's a good feeling. I've done that before a few times when I was younger. Not so much now, I'm too old, but younger me, yes.
So, it's definitely food coma land, but I'm loving it. And this was really good. Super good and spicy too. I hope I don't get like any marks on my face. Alright, cheers to my last couple of bites.
I'm kind of curious, with somebody that has gone through such an astronomical weight loss, after having been at a larger weight and gotten bigger over a period of time and sustained for a long time, is it not dangerous within the realm of almost addiction? We saw your cupboard once, the OBCD skit, yes, that one. Is it not dangerous to put yourself in front of food like this? I'm curious, because you haven't been like Beard Meets Food, who's just been a gym rat and been able to do his, eating challenges. You were somebody that was doing this on and off camera for a long time, whether it be a joke or not. I don't believe the filters existed back then to make you look fat. So I'm really, I'm curious. Yeah, that's the only word to describe it, isn't it? 2 days ago, on Hungry Fat Chick's channel, Nikocado appears again. This time, as a pre-birthday celebration. Now this is where we now know for certain this version of Nikocado is definitely the 2024 version. It is possible it was filmed earlier in the year. Of course it is. At the same time, the chemistry these two have makes it far too genuine and wholesome for me to criticize, and I hate that. I exist to criticize. I do not appreciate the niceness. I'm joking, of course. Let's dive into this one.
Today, I'm having Outback Steakhouse, and I have a surprise for you guys. Oh my gosh. Guess who's here?
Hi!
Nikocado Avocado has come to visit me for my birthday this month.
Hi!
Oh my gosh! Looky!
I'm here.
He's here, and we are going to chow down and have a really nice mukbang today.
Outback Steakhouse.
Yes, we got the Outback.
Which is your favorite?
It's my favorite. It's not usually my typical birthday meal.
You told me your favorite thing, or your last meal would be steak.
2 years ago on my birthday, my friend David got me a tomahawk steak so we could have that for my birthday. It was very much appreciated and was certainly a rather delightful way of celebrating. Of course, how you have it is vitally important. If you have it incorrectly, you will be bad. Do let me know in the comments so I can judge you, as Magog would say, harshly.
Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this, Miss Man. I'm so excited to have Nick here. I missed you so much.
I missed you a lot.
Oh my God. It's been
You're my favorite person ever.
It's been too long.
And it's like,
Oh.
it's sometimes surreal coming back here because it's, I've come here to Vegas year after year after year after year since 2016, 2017.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm
Trying to remember.
I love it.
I'm trying. It's been a while. I know the very first visit you came, we had like Indian food and I think I had you try Hawaiian food too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we got to do that.
I know that Hungry Fat Chick gave up on her weight loss journey owing to drop in viewership and I'm sure other issues too, which is a shame because she was doing tremendous work when she was doing that. One does, though, start to query a few little things, because when they collaborated on her channel over the past 2 years, when were those videos done? Because there was no mention of her weight loss journey in those videos, but things weren't always in them, including weigh-ins when they did collaborate when she was on her weight loss journey. Does that make sense? There's a timeline of events, and if Nikocado hasn't been active for 2 years, yet they saw each other, so was it a Freudian slip when she said 2 and then changed to too long later? I'm kind of curious again. My head is having issues. It's like mental gymnastics, but my IQ's dropped down to 1. It's not a great day.
I can't speak.
Super delicious. Why am I so short?
You want me to bring this closer?
Well, you've got such long legs, though.
Oh no, I put it out because you asked me. I don't know. I'm so
Just
sorry.
a little bit. Yeah, it's good.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. It's like I've got the giant belly that like makes it difficult.
I am so
So I
sorry.
gotta like.
For the sake of this video, I don't believe I need to show any more of that, because it does amply demonstrate the natural rapport and chemistry they've always had. A point I've always made in my end-of-year reviews. They just have good chemistry. Clearly, if this is all to be true and not some matrix trick of the eye, a filter like no other that Foodie Beauty may well employ if it is a filter, if it is true, clearly Nikocado Avocado is in a better place. It should be acknowledged this does not excuse Nikocado for any of the terrible things he has done over the years, of course not. My only concern for any person who has been super morbidly obese is that they find a way back, if they can. While not a fan of what I often dub a cheat code, if he has used it and stays that way, the weight he is at now, it is a success. Of course, I firmly believe in blood, sweat and respect. Shed the first to earn the third. I would love to see if he did record any of his weight loss journey, if it was done as a weight loss journey, as in going to the gym, putting in the hours, eating healthily, the struggles, the ups, the downs. That video would break the internet. Well, this side of it anyway. I have no doubt in my mind that would be the case. He may have played the internet for 2 years. If he has, he is a mastermind. If he's just saying it, he still wins. Let's face it. I'm not going to suck up to Nikocado, and I'm still going to make an end-of-year review. Because if this is also another trick, he will just be living up to the reputation he has had over the many years on YouTube for, let's say, playing the audience to a T. My skepticism will always remain. Think a chaplain of the Space Marines. My suspicion is always going to be there of heresy. Alright? It's always going to be there. But if he's turned over a new leaf, then he does cast a great level of shame onto those who have been trying for years and failing to lose weight. Amberlynn Reid, more notably, who do not know how to do this. Because they have to be online, and the only way they can do this is by staying at their side. Because being online is more important to them than their health. Something which it is possible he has managed to debunk. I'm going to say congratulations for now. Time will tell whether it is deserved. Now, something of note that should be added to this, because I'm not entirely sure how much more I can add, because he's played everyone, he's done it really well, and he stayed thin for the remainder of the year, is that Nikocado is still trolling the living feck out of people by uploading all the videos of him jiggling everything.
I don't have good news to share with you today. I'm actually really triggered. And let me tell you why. It's actually your fault. So let me break it down for the low IQs out there, which is actually most of you. I made a YouTube video and I said, I'm 2 steps ahead. My whole life is premeditated. It's calculative. It's manipulative. My life has been a social experiment. Joke's on you. I'm actually really smart. And what was the result of that video? Millions of people believed it. Y'all have the IQs of a bag of rocks. I can literally dye my hair blue and say it's always been blue, and half y'all will believe it. Yes, because I just acted gaining 250 pounds. Who in their right mind does a social experiment gaining 250 pounds for 5 years in a row? Y'all are so stupid. Yes, see this double chin? Yes, I acted this out for 5 years in a row. For what? For clicks? We've all been played by this evil genius. Oh my God. I literally typed up a Batman monologue and read it on camera. I'm scared for society, actually. Okay? I'm a little afraid. Y'all need to go to school. Learn something. Think outside the box. Don't believe everything you're told, including from me. And yet y'all believed it. That's actually scary. Goodbye.
There was a lot of querying about whether or not this was real, but then somebody had pointed out, and I don't have the image anymore, that Nikocado, not only has he lost the weight, but when he was showing pictures of him taking selfies, he was holding the newest iPhone. He's played a 2-year game, and he backed up enough content to be able to get away with it. And he still had the rewatchability on his side to be able to make this work. In November of 2024, he still has yet to explain how he did it. Not that it matters, because losing it is one battle, keeping it off is the other one. And if he keeps it off and retains his viewership, then he has done what all the others of the mukbang community that get really, really big and can't lose weight, he has done what they can't and shown that it can be done, and you don't have to compromise on who you are to do it. You just won't change, Amber, Chantal, because that means actually putting effort into something meaningful. Many within this area of the internet only ever consider short-term gratification. He has shown it is possible to play the long-term game and succeed at it. And just to prove that, Nikocado Avocado on Social Blade is still pulling in hundreds of thousands of monthly viewers daily. Per month, he's still getting several million views. Okay, granted, in September, it went up to 82 million. That might be because that's when he returned. But his monthly viewership was about 3 to 4 million. He's still doing really well. His channel growth on the main channel went up by 660,000 subscribers. It is possible to achieve vast amounts of success, even if it is short-term, by simply changing the nature of who you are, or changing an aspect so that your nature can change with it. Although he's still a massive troll, let's face it here. He now identifies, like he did before, as skinny, but this time he means it and is it. And he still does the mukbangs, eating massive amounts of food. It's impressive. I can't imagine he had bariatric surgery if he is able to eat, well, like he used to. Now, because we're in the era of lucid Nikocado, the one where he actually thinks and speaks a bit more clearly, the breathing isn't so heavy, he's not obsessed with being as ostentatious, he is able to convey valid points that people should take note of. Here's Exhibit A.
If you're poking fun at my weight, why would I take offense to you talking about something I did? Why would I get offended by you talking or reacting or giving commentary on something that I put out there first of my own body? Most times I acted offended on the internet. It was for dramatic, it was for comedic relief. You can't say poor me, people are talking about my weight. If you grab a camera, film your weight, and upload it to the World Wide Web. And people do this a lot on the internet. It's kind of like my way of teasing them.
I wish more creators within the space that Nikocado inhabited, although he was always removed from it, because he was, let's face it here, he's the kingpin of the views. The others wish they were like him or had his level of success, but they lacked the conviction or fibre to follow through with any plans. Although the fact he kept one completely secret from the internet for nearly 2 years is impressive. Him not being willing to flag other people is an admirable quality. Although I do believe he has flagged people in the past. I think he has. But, unlike the other two I do end-of-year reviews on, he is the most consistent. Which is wild when we consider how much of a wackadoodle he can be from time to time. Now, as far as his content goes, he is still uploading regularly, doing mukbangs, talking, responding. He is very calm, he is very polite. And so for this review, I am uncertain as to how much more I can add beyond saying to Nikocado Avocado, well played, sir. I am very impressed. You played everyone. I genuinely wasn't sure you'd actually do this, but you did. And you've managed to retain your viewership as well. An impressive quality and, let's face it, result. If others can do what you've done, I can imagine they would live a better life if they want to. But they have to have the desire for it. Whether an experiment or you just being you, I don't care. I just want people to live better. Which is ironic for a No Lives Matter type of guy, moment situation type dealer person. Because of the vast change in Nikocado Avocado, I'm not entirely sure if there will be another one next year. Time will tell and all that. But, in truth, what draws people to him may not be the same next year. Certainly not for this channel anyway.